Hello and welcome to Worthy Woman Healing. Healing women's minds, bodies, and souls one trigger at a time. I am Lisa Czak, one of the hosts. My other host,
Elliana Faye,
who happens to be my beautiful daughter. On today's episode, before I tell you what's on today's episode, I can't thank you enough. We love all the engagement we are getting. Our last episode, How to Get into Heaven, we got a lot of engagement. We got a lot of views and subscribers. So don't forget to like and subscribe because that's what pushes our podcast so that it gets seen and more women can be healed.
Yep.
On today's episode, we are talking about how to stop ruminating and start healing. Here we go. Okay, so on today's episode, drop in comments if you are a recovering ruminator like I am. What do I mean by rumination? Elliana, what is rumination? You are currently experiencing this, I know, because you came in my room last night at midnight and you were ruminating.
Yes.
So tell us what rumination actually is.
So rumination is something I experienced last night, as you so kindly pointed out. Thank you for that. But it's basically where you're thinking about a situation that you're going through over and over and over, playing out all the possible scenarios completely in your head, spiraling out of control, just feeling like super emotional, like you can't get a hold on yourself. Your thoughts are just going crazy, 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 and like repeating, and just like you're losing your mind, basically.
Right. It's like your mind. This is what I feel like when that happens to me. I feel like my mind is much like, although it's not my favorite, right? When I have a favorite song, as you know, Elliana, what do I do when I have a favorite song?
You sing it over and over again.
Right. It replays over and over and over on the device that I'm listening on. I will literally listen to a song 50 times in a row, blasting it, singing it at the top of my lungs. This is what happens in our brains, right?
Yep.
Except it's not our favorite song. In fact, it's a song that we want to get rid of, that we cannot take anymore, right? It's much like the opposite can happen. Have you ever, drop in comments, yes or no, have you ever had a song that you absolutely despise, that you hate, right? And you can't get it out of your brain. For Elliana, I'm going to sing this song that Elliana loves. Jam on it, jam on it, jam on it. Shut up. Shut up. Wow. And then she can't get it out of her head. She will have that song in her head the rest of the day. However, you will not have that song in your head the rest of the day because we're going to teach you how to press stop on your brain so that it's not a continuous loop. And rumination means it's always something that we don't want to be thinking about. It's like a fight that we got into. It's a bad interaction. It's something that really upset us. It's someone said something to us or someone's treating us a certain way. Yeah. Someone is, or maybe we are the ones that reacted in a way that we're not proud of, that we acted, not kind. And maybe we said and did things and we beat ourselves up. We're replaying that over and over again in our brain. And it can drive, it is such a time sucker, right? It's such an energy sucker because the rest of your day, say you're, even at a concert with the cows. I love cows and I go to a concert with the cows. This actually just happened to me recently. However, I was replaying the whole time I was there, instead of just enjoying myself, I was reliving a bad argument I got into over and over again in my brain. Like I couldn't turn it off. So I was not sitting there enjoying my dad's company. I was not sitting there enjoying the cows. Instead, I was practicing the misery that already happened over and over and over and over again. Right. And as you pointed out, Elliana, we have a tendency to do what also when that happens? We create a lot of
stories. Yeah. We like create stories that may or may not be true about this, and this, and try to figure it out and solve it and drive ourselves crazy while doing so.
Yeah, you will drive yourself insane.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some good news for you. You can stop this rumination like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. So lean in, really pay attention to what we're going to tell you right now. The first and foremost way to stop ruminating immediately is to get out of your mind, because that's what's going crazy, right? Get out of your mind and go into your body. So let me ask you this, Elliana.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know you're ruminating?
I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's like when your thoughts are so, like, they're coming in so quickly, you're thinking of all these stories in your head, and you're thinking of something that's going on over and over and over again, and it's like you can't stop thinking about it. It's
Okay,
just consuming you.
exactly. And the reason I ask that is because first you have to be self-aware,
Mm-hmm.
right? It could be such a habit of yours
Yeah.
that, right? It's such a
Yeah, true.
habit. It's such a habit that it's just become our norm. It's become
Mm-hmm.
our familiar. So what we're about to teach you, it's going to take some practice for you for this to be your new familiar. And even though we do this for a living, we still have to remind ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ruminating. And how am I going to get out of this? I need to stop this right now. Because you only get
Yeah.
one precious life. Do you want to spend it ruminating?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Replaying all the badness, making up stories in your head over and over again. No. So, first of all, you got to be aware that you're ruminating, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's like literally the first step is like you're
Yeah.
saying to yourself, you got to snap yourself out of it, right?
Yeah, you really do.
I am ruminating right now, right? And then you got to be careful because you can start ruminating about how you're ruminating. Have
You're
you ever
so
done
right.
that? I
Oh,
have done
yeah,
that.
me last night. I mean,
Right. So the way to do this is allow yourself to briefly, or while it's happening, right? While you are ruminating, replaying something over and over in your brain,
mm-hmm.
stop yourself and say, where am I feeling this in my body? Right?
Yeah.
Because here's the key. There's a million thoughts going through. Oh, I almost knocked the whole set over again.
Whoa.
There's a million thoughts going through your brain, right? However, there's only one emotion that's living in your body attached to a million thoughts. So guess what? If you can get out of your mind, go into your body, see where you are feeling the physical sensation of what you're ruminating about in your body, and allow yourself to focus on the physical sensation in your body, you can, like that, erase a million thoughts at once. Actually, research shows, we just learned this, that healing one repressed emotion in your body
Mm-hmm.
can erase hundreds of thoughts. And I think it's even more, to be quite honest. I don't have the research in front of me.
Yeah,
I believe it's even more. So think about that. You
probably.
get out of your mind, go in your body, you allow yourself to physically feel what the emotion feels like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're sad, how do you know you're sad?
Well, there's usually a like physical feeling attached to it.
Right.
You
Like for you, what
feel,
is it?
usually it feels like my heart hurts. Like it feels like there's a fat man sitting on it.
An ugly, fat, hairy man
Yeah,
sitting on your
called
heart.
sadness. Or like the sadness from Inside Out. It's just like sitting there.
Oh, if you have not seen that movie, go see that movie. No, we're not getting paid. We should be
No,
getting paid, but we're not getting paid to endorse that movie.
it's so
But
funny.
it is so
So
amazing because
sweet.
now we look at each other and we're like, you're orange, Eliana, you're orange right now, or you're green right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so going in your body. So if you're ruminating, you're just, saying, oh my gosh, I'm just so sad. I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he said that, or I can't believe that happened, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe somebody died, right? Whatever it is. Okay. First, no, step one, Steve put this up on the screen for them. Step one, be self-aware. Say to yourself, I am ruminating. This is rumination. Step two, where do I feel this in my body? So allow yourself to really think about it, right? And then the key is to describe the physical sensation and rate it on a scale of 0 to 10, because your mind is going to want to keep pulling you back, right? Yeah, but she did this. I can't believe we did that, right? We get ourselves.
Yeah. And then you have to keep pulling back to where you feel it in your body, which is really hard to learn.
It is. And so you got to practice it, which is why I always say triggers are gifts, right? Not wrapped up in shiny packages with pretty bows on top, but they're gifts because they're clues to where you still need healing.
Yeah.
And so imagine that. Imagine healing one repressed emotion that's living inside of your body. And just by doing that, you erase hundreds of thoughts. If you need help doing this and you want our guidance in doing this, we have a twice a month healing group. And that's pretty much what we do in that group, right? For no matter what's going on, right? They come in there a hot mess pretty much every time. We do too sometimes, right? And we heal it. We heal. We say, okay, what are you thinking about? Okay, let's go in your body and let's heal it. It's a much more involved process than what we're describing here. But yes, it is very simple. And you can quickly stop the rumination just like that. So Steve, go ahead and put the link for that. Just go to worthywoman.healing. No, what is it? Worthywomanhealing.com. I don't even know my own website. And we'll get you set up with our twice a month group.
Yeah.
So, and also if you need help, right? You just want help right now. Like you don't even want to wait for the group. We have a free morning meditation that you can do. Steve put the link for that up there. That's worthywomanhealing.com. And you'll see, yes, I want the morning meditation. And that will also help you because you set your intention in that meditation. It's like a 7-minute meditation. You set your intention for how you want to feel that day. So maybe your intention is, I am going to get out of my mind, go in my body. I'm going to stay in my body. Right?
Yeah.
So get that morning meditation that will really, really bless you. So that's the first way to do it, to get out of your mind and into your body. You're going to notice the theme here, right? Every one of these tips has to do with getting out of your mind and your body. We're not going to tell you to think more, right? There are times, like I believe in talk therapy at times, right? This is not one of those things, though. Talk therapy can actually be harmful in this sense because you're just telling the therapist then everything that's in your brain, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's helpful, though, to just kind of dump it out. So the second way to stop ruminating, start healing, the quickest way to change a thought is to move a muscle. And I'm going to challenge you right now. I should do this to you right now, Elliana, but you're all wired up. Next time you start having a thought that you know isn't serving you and is actually harming you, right? And your mind is going, do 100 burpees and tell me if while you're doing the 100 burpees, you're still ruminating about whatever it was you were ruminating about.
Yeah.
Right? I did this. I'm also a personal trainer and I do this with clients who I've always done it since day one, since I first became a trainer, right? If they start saying the same thing over and over again, well, I just can't do this, or I'm just this, like it's a lot of negative self-talk. I make them do more and more vigorous exercise. The key is the more vigorous, the better.
Yeah. It's like healing.
If you're out there, what's that?
So it's like healing boot camp. You're like, drop and give me 20. Yeah, we're going to heal you.
Oh my gosh, I love that. We're going to do that on the retreat. Let's do that on the retreat. Don't tell them though. Well, now I guess it's out there. So now they're going to know.
Yeah.
But it's so true. Vigorous. And the more vigorous, the better. Because like I used to say, well, you could go for a stroll, a mindful stroll, right? Active meditation is where you go outside and look at the birds and look at the trees. But I guarantee you, if you're in a
if you're like going crazy, spiraling, that's not going to work. You have to be in a calm state for that.
Yeah.
Like I run. I haven't run in a while, but I used to run when I ruminated. Maybe I need to start doing that again.
Yeah, you literally turned into Forrest Gump and ran.
I ran.
Ran. It was
Mhm.
like all your feelings and emotions were chasing you. That's really what it feels like, right?
Get away from me.
Yeah, so the more vigorous, the better.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind.
So the third way, I mean, we really have like 4 ways, but the third way is brain dumping. And that's literally just writing out everything that you're thinking and putting it on paper. And well, okay, that's more like stabbing the person. We don't want that, guys. No murder, no violence.
That's how I brain dump.
The ink is like seeping through the page.
There's tears and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but no,
However, I will say, if you're going to do that, burn it, destroy it,
or just
because
write it.
you just don't want that out there and somebody finds it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So get rid of it after. Um, but that I love doing that because I immediately feel like a release because I just get it all out on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I
And
want to
then
add to that. What I want to add to that is, as you're doing it, right, and even after you're done, literally lay it at the feet of God. Say, take this from me. Lay it at his feet. You will surrender, truly
well,
surrender it. You will feel better.
so I one thing I love doing, like in the form of a brain dump, is writing Dear Jesus and then listing out the entire situation and like talking to him about it. And then at the end of whatever it is that I'm saying, being like, okay, Lord, I surrender this to you. And then leaving it there. So that's like a faith-based way to do it as
Ooh,
well.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, the fourth way to stop ruminating that we have for the people today.
All right, so this is the butterfly hug. And basically, it's another way to get out of your mind and into your body. And I love doing this even in the midst of a really like I'll go into the bathroom if I'm like having a situation and just start doing this. So it's really easy. We're gonna cross our
This
arms
is
like
me.
this, like you're
But
in a
I have had people, I won't name who, say, "What are you doing? What does that mean? What are you doing?" Like when I'm doing.
Yeah. So it starts with deep breathing and it's like, so you're gonna tap alternating your hands to like your heartbeat, but it's really more to your breathing. So you're gonna go in for 4, hold for 4, and then out for about 6 if you can. And then just keep repeating
Wow.
that, closing your
That's better than an
eyes.
orgasm.
Okay. Hold it in for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. And then you just keep repeating that. And if you want, you can start saying like your I ams, like our like affirmation statements. Or you can just continue on with the breathing. You can say them in your head as you're breathing. And then you just keep doing that until you feel like you're in a place of more calm. And it's the way I was taught it is like it's like a hug for whatever emotion you're feeling basically in that moment and just a way to calm you down.
I love that. And a lot of women I work with will turn to a glass of wine, right? I just need a glass of wine. I just need a drink. I just need a margarita, whatever it might be, to calm themselves down. I want you to try doing this before you reach for the glass of wine or the alcohol or the CBD gummies or whatever, medicinal drug thing you're trying to calm yourself down with. Do this first, because I'm telling you, like, I thought I was feeling okay, but I feel even better, right? I
Yeah.
was feeling good. I feel even better than good. I feel like 10 times better than good
Yeah.
just doing that a couple times. So,
Yeah.
okay. So let's end with a prayer for all the ruminators out there, Eliana, including ourselves.
Yes. Okay, Lord, I thank you for this time that we had to talk about healing from rumination. I pray over anyone who is currently ruminating and going through all the stories in their head, Lord. I pray that they will be able to acknowledge that they are ruminating and go into their bodies and just really feel it and heal it. And I just thank you for the healing that you give us and for the comfort that you give us and all of the emotions that we feel, that you hold space for us to be able to heal them. And I just pray protection and love and peace over every single person watching today. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. And let's end like we always do. We always want you to remember that you
You
are worth
worth
it.
it.